Namaste everyone. Welcome to Prepare with Lakshmi. I have given the introduction part of Philip Larkin as a revision here. Toads by Philip Larkin, 1922 to 1985. Toads is one of Philip Larkin's most famous poems. Larkin wrote Toads in 1954 and it was published a year later in his second collection, The Less Deceived. The summary of the poem is, Toad is a metaphor for work, and here the poet grumbles that he has to work an entire day so he could have an evening. He has to give up 6 days of his week to the toad work, which seems out of proportion for what he gets in return. Yet, he ends up concluding that work is probably something he is well suited to, and he wouldn't want to be one of those people who live without it, for he too is toad-like. The poem Toads is a 9-stanza poem that is separated into sets of 4 lines known as quatrains. The rhyme scheme of the poem is ABAB. The literary devices used in the poem are metaphor, extended metaphor, enjambment, alliteration, simile, and interrogation. Let us start with the poem. I will read one stanza at a time and explain it briefly, and I have also highlighted some of the words for you to remember the poem easily. Why should I let the toad work squat on my life? Can't I use my wit as a pitchfork and drive the brute off? Now the speaker begins the poem by asking the reader 2 questions. He is unhappy that he had to let the toad work to squat on him. And the second question he asks is, why can't he use his wit to drive off the brute? So the toad here represents work and pressures of the world that are always part and parcel of life. Wit means intelligence. Why can't he use his intelligence instead of working a 9-to-5 job? He asks. 6 days of the week it soils with its sickening poison just for paying a few bills. That's out of proportion. Now he goes on to explain in the second stanza that 6 days of the week, the work or the toad plagues him. It soils his life with a sickening poison. If you look at the word squat and soils, why do we squat? For defecating. That is, here he says it defecates on us. It soils our lives with its poison. For what do we work so much? For paying just a few bills. Now, the toad only helps him to pay a few bills and in return he is poisoned by it. The cost and benefits are completely out of proportion. Lots of folk live on their wits. Lecturers, lispers, losels, lobelymen, louts. They don't end as paupers. Now in this stanza, the speaker goes on to say that many people live on their wits. That is their intelligence, such as lecturers who use their brains and passions to make money. Lispers are people who has a lisp. Losels are worthless people. And lobelymen meaning clowns. And louts meaning drunken people. He says they don't end as paupers, meaning they manage to get by life. Lots of folk live up lanes with fires in a bucket, eat windfalls and tinned sardines. They seem to like it. He goes on to give you additional examples of people, such as the people who live on lanes or streets with fires in a bucket. Means at nights the homeless people light fires in iron buckets to keep themselves warm. They eat windfalls, meaning fruits fallen from trees because of wind, and tins of sardines they find. They seem to like this kind of life. Their nippers have got bare feet. Their unspeakable wives are skinny as whippets, and yet no one actually starves. Now the people who live on the lanes or streets have nippers, means they have children who got bare feet, can't even afford shoes. The speaker mentions unspeakable or indescribable wives of these poor men and how thin they are. Through a simile here, he compares them to whippets. Whippet is a very small thin breed of dog. He compares the wives of these men to the whippet. Though everyone seems to be starving, the speaker says they don't actually starve. They manage to get something to eat and get on with life. Ah, were I courageous enough to shout, "Stuff your pension"? But I know all too well that's the stuff that dreams are made on. Now the speaker goes on to explain. He returns to his own feelings and he wishes that he possessed the courage to throw off the toad work and shout out to the government to stuff your pension, means to hell with your pension. He is working only for his pension at the end of his life and he doesn't have the courage to leave the job because he knows too well that this is the stuff on which his dreams are made on. For something sufficiently toad-like squats in me too. Its hunkers are heavy as hard luck and cold as snow. The speaker goes on to explain there is something toad-like that squats in him too. That is this inability to get rid of the job that he describes as cold as snow and heavy as hard luck. Means he is not having the courage to leave the job and go in search of his passions. He is stuck to the job because at the end of the day he knows that the pension is what he is waiting for and will never allow me to blarney my way of getting the fame and the girl and the money all at one sitting. The force inside him is so influential that it keeps him from getting what he wanted. These two toads together will not allow him to blarney. Blarney means charm his way of getting the fame, the money and the girl he wants all at the same time. That means it will not make him famous, it will not get him women and it will not give him money all at the same time. I don't say one body is the other one's spiritual truth, but I do say it's hard to lose either when you have both. In the final stanza, the speaker addresses the general issue that plagues his life, the two toads. We know the first toad is the work and the second toad is the inability of the poet to say no to the job. The inability or the courage he doesn't have to say no to the job. He states that the one toad within him that forces him to consider his obligations does not fuel the exterior toad, but the fact that they are existing together at the same time makes life all the more difficult. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope it helped you. See you in my next video. Have a wonderful day.